Well, we'll go ahead and get started, everybody. First of all, what a great week for college football here at the University of Wyoming. We have tremendous respect for Colorado State and the border war and everything that goes into it, the Bronze Boot and the ROTC groups from both universities. This rivalry enjoys a great national reputation. It's been something that I have enjoyed being on the winning side and the losing side. A lot of it just the level of competition that goes on. Coach Adazio and I have struck up, I would say, a cordial friendship and understand, we're both ball coaches on each other's sideline, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game. And so a couple comments concerning our last week's game. First of all, I thought we played well. We talked about improving between the first game and the second game, and I thought we certainly did. We ran the ball better, played better defense, and was solid in the kicking game. I think Hawaii's a good football team. It was a competitive ball game, and our guys played hard. We finished strong. We scored some points. The game was really much closer than what the score indicated. And want to wish Coach Graham and the Hawaii Rainbows the best of luck. We were able to pick up one of our trophies, and so that was a good team win. Some injuries that occurred during the course of the game, I would say Ravante Holt right now, I'm going to get some more information, but he would be listed as doubtful. I know we have him listed on the depth chart, but I think he might be listed as doubtful. We'll see how Keon Blankenbaker comes. He's got a little strained hamstring, and sometimes those guys respond well, sometimes they don't. But outside of that, we were fairly healthy. It was a very physical game. And so, I know this as you get to this game right now, you throw all those things out the window, and whether you're playing all bandaged up or whatever, you're going to do whatever you can to get on the field to play. Colorado State's an excellent football team. I know that they'll make improvement between their first and their second game as well. You can see the ideas that they have. They want to be, and they are, a very physical football team on both sides of the football. Big, strong offensive line. They're huge up front. It seems like McElroy's been there forever. Centero surprised me a little bit. He was their starter, really did some great things, and so we've got some challenges there dealing with him. I know O'Brien came in at the tail end of the game. They're going to get a couple of their receivers back, I assume, from COVID protocol. So we're certainly excited about the ball game. It's been a different week. Everything has moved up. An older guy like myself, you get confused on what day it is, but our guys are planning to have a hard-nosed practice today. Tomorrow, the NCAA has given all the student athletes through the NCAA, there's no activities, and so they'll have an opportunity to vote. And so we're encouraging our players to be involved and to participate in our democracy and go out and vote. So we will not practice tomorrow or have any activities tomorrow, and then we'll get ourselves ready to go down to Fort Collins and play a heck of a ball game. So at this time, any questions anybody has? Yes. I think you need to unmute there. You know what? I can't see anybody's mic on at all. Well,
Coach, what about?
Okay, Tracy, you're on.
Yeah, you see, to see the linebackers play the way they have and get the reps.
Excuse me.
That had to be one of the areas that you had some uncertainty about when the season started, given the loss of the other two.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We certainly were. And Chad's done a great job leading that group, but we've had some experience. Chuck really, has come into his own. He played well. And and both of them played well in the game. It's been encouraging to see how they played, and we'll need to have those guys continue to play well. Michael, you're up now.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep. Can you hear me now? Gotcha.
So, Steve Dazio, one of the first things I think he did when he got to Colorado State was really play up the rivalry, and he said, we're going to get that boot back and bring it here. Is that motivation for you guys? Is that kind of talk good for the rivalry? I can't imagine you guys need any more incentive in a game like this.
We really don't. Like I said, Coach Dazio enjoys a great national reputation. We appreciate the rivalry. It's a big game for our state. It's a big game to our players. And, I know Coach had talked about the importance of this game. Our motivation is a very high mark. We value the bronze boot, and we are going to do everything we can to really play well. Hopefully we're fortunate to win. Yeah, Davis.
Hey, Craig.
Gotcha.
Okay. What's the status of Garrett Kroll and Titus this week?
Titus Swain.
Yes.
I think Titus Swain is going to opt out, so we will not have him. Garrett Kroll will not be playing this week. We're in hopes to have him back pretty doggone soon. He was running yesterday, but he has not had any padded work or anything like that, so he will not be playing. Yes. I don't have a name up there. We don't have a mic on. Sorry. Technology.
Hey, Craig, this is Kelly Lyle from the Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah. I can't see you, but I can hear you, Kelly.
Well, I could put the camera on, I guess.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, now you have to see my ugly mug, too.
No. Okay. Go ahead, Kelly.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask you, you talked a little bit about Colorado State's two quarterbacks and all. How different is it for you preparing for each one of those guys? Because Steve Adazio just told us, he knows who's going to start, but he's not going to tell anybody else.
Okay. Well, there's any learned football coach, they're different. One's got what I would say excellent mobility, and the other one, while he has good mobility, O'Brien is more of a NFL pro-style passer. And so some of the passing routes and the trees are the same, but the elements of the quarterback run game are different. And as a result of that, coaches, he's holding his cards pretty close to his vest. I'm a defensive coordinator by old trade. And so, anytime you have a quarterback that can run like that, that changes how you have to do some things defensively. And so, we're going to prepare for a scenario. I think I pronounced that right. Centeo, thank you. I went to Nebraska. That N stands for knowledge. Centeo, we're preparing. He's a starter. He played a lot, and we're anticipating that. But O'Brien has done some good things and certainly has done good things against us.
Thanks.
Yep.
With Titus opting out, obviously we've seen it's been X and Trey pretty much for the entirety. Who would be the next guy behind them?
DeWine McNeely would be the next guy. Yep. He's taken some reps in practice. We were actually going to insert him in the game, but at that time we were pretty far along, but we wanted to make sure we had the other two that were out there. Yeah, Cody.
Craig, McBride had a hell of a game last year in Laramie. He obviously got off to a good start again this year. How much of a matchup nightmare is that guy?
It's a big-time matchup. He's able to run well. He possesses great ball skills. He's physical at the point of attack. He's an excellent blocker. He's an excellent route runner. He's got a really bright future, I think, in the NFL. It's going to pose major problems for us. And we have a great deal of respect for he and his brother. I think there was one other question earlier. Eric? Are you there, Eric? I don't know if Eric's there.
Craig, I was wondering, 8 months into COVID-19 protocols, how's the team morale with respect to the routine that the NC2A has implemented and the conference?
You know what? I would say there is no routine. Every day is a new day. We're getting used to testing. I really believe our players recognize how challenging it is to stay virus free. Our coaches are. We social distance as much as we can. Our guys, have done. We had a couple of hiccups, particularly with our freshman class early in the year, but since that time we've maintained a good protocol. So it's changed some things, but we're excited the fact that we're playing football. Yeah, Davis.
Craig, with no practice tomorrow, how did that sort of change up your routine over the weekend, or how early you got started in prep for this game? And for the guys that can vote, I guess, how much was that emphasized for them to sort of exercise that right tomorrow?
Well, take it on the backwards part. We talked about really making a difference, and to do that, we live in a great country, and to exercise your vote is important. And so, we've emphasized that a great deal. Hopefully, our players participate. That I can tell you. We ended the game against Hawaii probably about 11:30, and we were 6 o'clock that next morning. We were grinding away, getting ready for the Rams. And so, it's been a short week, but that's the schedule they've been giving us, and we've made some accommodations to try to work ahead on what we would normally do tomorrow, and honor the fact that we're going to make sure that the NCAA set this day aside for our players to exercise their ability to vote. Yes.
Coach, talk a little bit about, and I didn't get a chance to be on last week with you, but what have you learned about your team through the first two games?
Well, David, I think we learned that guys really want to improve. There were some things that we did well against Nevada, but, we started out slow and we had the unfortunate injury with Sean, and our guys responded. But they really had a great week of practice and resolve to go out and play against a good Hawaii football team. And I think we have become more of a physical football team as well. And that's going to be part of our trademark, and we'll need to exercise that, against the Rams. Yes, Michael.
Do you have any update on Sean in terms of whether if he's going to need surgery or anything like that?
Yeah, I can tell you he had surgery, and it would be very doubtful. I was told maybe 10 to 12 weeks after the surgery. They felt like it went well. There was no ligament damage in there, which we were concerned about. And I know he was concerned about that. But he's on one of those little trikes riding around, and it's been challenging for him, but he's bouncing back. I think he'll have a full recovery, and we should have him hopefully when we're in spring football. Yep. Go ahead, Tracy.
Would he be able to go to the game in Fort Collins with you? I know you don't normally travel with your players.
No, we haven't. We're going to look at doing. I don't know what we're going to be able to do there. I do know that there's strict protocols all through the Mountain West. They're not going to allow anybody. There's a bubble that we have, and you've got to go through the testing protocol, which he has. And then also that day, the game, you get a wristband, and the only people that are allowed in the stadium and things like that are people that have one of those bands. So we'll take a look at that. We have not normally done that. It's interesting. This year is just one of those years. Of our 4 captains, 2 of them are missing right now, and so we'll see what happens. Yeah, Cody.
Last year we heard that Ben Wisdorf made an emotional speech to the guys before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything lined up this week with any former old players and how much this border war means?
Well, we've already discussed a lot of different things, and we try to keep a lot of those things private. I guess you have a extra source of information there, which is okay. But this is a big ball game for our players, and so we try to keep some of the things that we do a little bit private. Yeah, Davis.
Hey, Craig, with the short week, what does your testing schedule look like this week? And are there any concerns that you might have some players out for COVID issues on Thursday?
Thus far, we've gotten everything negative, and staying positive, being negative. We've had a couple tests, and so we're kind of on a routine right now, and so not much has changed this week. Any other questions? Kelly, it's great to see you down there. Look forward to seeing you in Fort Collins.
Good to see you as well, although they probably won't let me actually see you. And I'll be up in the press box far away from the field where they're making us stay.
They're going to make you stay up there. Well, you guys, your accommodations are probably a little bit nicer than our press box. Tim Harkins is always complaining about it. I think it's a great place up there. Isn't it, Tim?
I'll reserve my comments.
Yeah, he's reserving his comments, Kelly. So,
Well,
anyhow.
they don't have to turn the water off at the end of the third quarter to keep the pipes from breaking.
Okay.
I will say that.
We are moving on to the football game. You know what? This is one of the great things about college football. We're really excited about playing this game. I know our players are. And like I said, we got a great deal of respect for Colorado State and Coach Adazio and the entire Ram football team. Okay, bye now.
Take care.